Greetings, NASCAR enjoyers, and welcome to the second part of the NASCAR Championship weekend at Phoenix, aka the end of an era, because this is the last time that NASCAR will have a championship race at Phoenix, for now at least. And it will also be the last time that they have the Championship 4 format, because Steve O'Donnell is having talks of changing up the NASCAR points format. So they're doing away with the current playoff format. And there's apparently talks of them going with the 3-3-3-4 playoff format. But a driver will still be crowned champion by having the most points. At least that's what I've heard. Take this for a grain of salt for now, at least. And here we are at the end of an era, as Homestead Miami will be the championship race next year. So this will be the last of the Phoenix Championship weekend races for now. Oh, and Alicia Taylor made a cameo appearance in the race itself. But anyways, the end of an era, or the NASCAR Cup Series, begins with Denny Hamlin hanging onto the lead from pole. Yes! He's leading! It's a battle between William Byron and Denny Hamlin. So far, Hamlin is dominating. There's nothing that can stop him. Briscoe is running in 10th. Like before, not much is going on, as Phoenix is not known to be the most exciting track in the NASCAR schedule, especially when it comes to the championship race. Again, why did they choose this for the venue of the championship race? Byron is trying to catch up to him, but Hamlin is always hard to catch. Byron is getting closer and closer to Hamlin as both the leading drivers get caught up in lap traffic. Hamlin manages to pull away from lap traffic pretty easily. One of the lap cars is tied in which Byron has PTSD over after what happened earlier in the season. Ah crap, Byron got past Hamlin. Lap traffic is really becoming an issue, especially when it comes to handling. To make matters worse, Hamlin is getting held up by SVG. Hamlin has to hold off Blaney. He isn't able to do it as he falls back to third. William Byron manages to win the first stage of the NASCAR Championship finale at Phoenix. Hopefully, Hamlin will get past him. But anyways, the first race off pit road begins, and Ryan Blaney wins the race off pit road, even though he's not a Championship 4 contender. The second stage begins with Blaney jumping to lead. Keep in mind, Blaney is not part of the Championship 4, so it doesn't matter if he wins or not. And the caution just came out as John Hunter Nemechek blew a tire and lost control. He also got taken out by, yep, you guessed it, Joey Logano. This is sus. The caution ends with Blaney and Hamlin battling for the lead. Larson and Byron battle for second. Larson got past his teammate, but Byron doesn't want to give up second that easily. And just like that, Hamlin has a 1 second lead gap over Larson. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Chastain is in ninth. Holy crapper, he's getting faster and faster. Bubba Wallace goes into the pits. And another caution just came out as SVG spun out, lost control, and blew a tire. Briscoe also blew a tire. Because of that, both drivers had to come down to pit road. This is an even bigger issue for Briscoe as he's in the Championship 4, but anyways. Several drivers take the risk to come down to pit road during caution. Even though it might sound like Hamlin will have clutch issues, he still has a quick pit stop, as it seems that it's not much of a big issue now. The caution ends with Hamlin continuing to lead. His teammate Briscoe had to start in the back and still has vibration issues. Hamlin is told not to abuse his clutch because he has clutch issues, by the way, remember that. Hamlin once again has a huge lead gap over Larson. Not even Kyle Larson can stop him. Blaney just got past Larson. Wait, what? But still, it's nothing to worry about. All Denny has to do is finish above the others. He doesn't have to win the race. Either if Ryan Blaney won, Hamlin still wins the championship. And Kyle Busch has tire issues. And AJ Allmendinger causes yet another caution. He's done for the day, as he took a hard hit. This is the second time this has happened to him, as the same thing happened during practice. But anyways, several drivers come down to pit road again. Hamlin is first to come out of pit road, even with the clutch. The caution ends with Hamlin and Blaney battling for the lead, and Hamlin manages to do an impressive jump. Yes! Byron gets past Larson, but Blaney is holding him off for second. Briscoe jumps up to 8th. Blaney is not slowing down as he's right on Hamlin's tail, but even if he wins, it doesn't matter. Hamlin continues to hold off Blaney. Meanwhile, Briscoe gets past Hocevar. Hamlin and Blaney continue to go at it for the lead. Austin Dillon blew a tire, but no caution is thrown as he made it to pit road just in time. Another caution just came out as Ty Dillon blew a tire and got into the wall. Yeah, both Dillon brothers had tire issues. Because of this, the stage ended under a caution. Several drivers pit in and Hamlin loses a few spots due to a slow pit stop. Dang it! Kyle Larson also has lug nut issues when he makes his pit stop, but anyways, the third and final stage begins with William Byron jumping to lead. Hamlin jumps up to 9th and he's now in 7th. Briscoe and Blaney battle Chastain for 2nd and they now engage in a heated battle for 2nd. Chastain is not slowing down. Ah crap, Larson is in trouble. Even worse is the fact that Briscoe also blew a tire, yet no caution is thrown. But the caution is still thrown as Carson Hocevar just blew a tire and hit the wall. Three drivers got a tire down. Now, that's a record, but anyway, several drivers come down to pit road as expected. Chase Elliott wins the race off pit road, but anyways, the caution ends with Elliott jumping to the lead. Hamlin is trying his best to get past Josh Berry and Ryan Blaney. Hamlin gets past Blaney and he is now battling Byron for the championship. Bowman blows a tire and had to come down to pit road. Noah Gragson also blew a tire and he had to come down to pit road. Byron gets past Elliott and Hamlin is now trying to get past him. Hamlin gets past Elliott for 2nd and SVG is trying to unlap himself. Another caution came out as Austin Cindric hit the wall and is done for. There's no way he can continue with damage like that. Like, he's cooked. He's done for. Hopefully he'll have a better time in the V8 Supercars series in Adelaide. And it's another tire issue that caused it, of course. I should have known. But anyways, the next race off pit road begins and Byron wins the race off pit road. And Chase Elliott got penalized on pit road for going too fast. Normally I would be upset, but this time I'm not. Yeah, I'm not as upset about it, because it would help Hamlin get past Byron. The caution ends with Hamlin and Byron battling for the lead. Byron tried to slow him down with contact, but Hamlin still pulls away. You cannot stop Hamlin. Byron is trying his best to hold off 2nd from Blaney. Briscoe nearly gets into the wall as he got too tight. And another caution just came out as JJ Yeley blew a tire and broke a wheel. He almost had a similar incident to AJ Allmendinger. Several drivers come down to pit road again. Briscoe wins the race off of pit road this time, but anyways. The caution ends with Briscoe leading. Larson and Hamlin both get ahead of him and Byron joins the chat. But not for long. He will not be denied a championship this time around. Hamlin now pulls away with a 1-second lead gap. Byron is holding off Logano. Logano is no longer a problem, but he still has to deal with Blaney. Hamlin does an excellent job at dealing with lap traffic while continuing to lead and getting his first championship. Blaney gets past Byron, but it doesn't matter as there's only 4 laps left, and Byron gets taken out as he blew a tire, hit the wall, and caused a late race caution, and this caution really stinks because it's bad for Hamlin. The race gets into the green-white checkered phase. All of the leading drivers take the risk to go down to pit road. And of course Hamlin has a slow pit stop, which is bad. He's throwing away his own championship. But anyways, the race restarts with Brad K leading and Larson managed to win the championship, but Blaney won the race. Hamlin would have had it not been for him being held off by several cars and having a strategy error when he decided to go down to pit road. I mean, he has good tires. I'm sure he has good enough tires to get to the finish. I would give this race a 7 out of 10. Not bad, but it could have been a lot better with Hamlin finally getting that elusive first championship. Oh well, he can try again next year at Homestead. But anyways, I'm going to sign off. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell just in case you haven't already done so. And I'm going to do a rant about the playoffs and why the playoffs suck. Well, the playoffs in NASCAR. But for now, catch you guys next time and peace out.